gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Horseshoes and Hand Grenades, the show that brings to you the latest and greatest and odd, crazy news from all over the planet. You might say, where are the hand grenades? Where are the horseshoes? To which I say, you're looking at them. That's right. Horseshoes is a game of tactical advantage for strategery and being able to throw something in a straight line and be just on point. And that's me. And then the other part is the grenade part. And that's the part where everything just blows up and it's absolute chaos and arms and legs go everywhere and there's balls on people's faces and it's just an absolute disaster. That's this one over here, as you can see by the excellent timing of that lighting situation that just happened. Ashley is a nuclear bomb waiting to happen. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's good to have you tonight. I kind of wish there was a little bit of lead-in music that just went while we were talking, but we don't have that. I'm your host, Steven. Hi. Hi, everyone. Good to see you. Ashley, I have a complaint.
What's your...
I have a complaint.
Okay.
Listen, okay, so we're all professionals. We all believe to be professionals. If you call the orbiting HQ, on the phone, you know what I'm going to say? What am I going to say,
What?
Ashley? I'm going to say, thank you for calling the orbiting HQ. What news would you like delivered today? And they'll be like, oh, I'm glad I got the right number. Do you know what people shouldn't do, Smashy? If you call the orbiting HQ, they shouldn't go, hello. That's not how you answer a phone if you're a professional. Ashley, I called Tree Man, J.R. Tree Man Jr. I call him on the phone because I found his name on the website. That is just bullcrap because people who run local business don't got time for a website. It's like GeoCities vomited all over the internet, all over again. So I call up Tree Man and he says, hello, on his stupid cell phone. And I'm like, I don't even know if I want your business. I don't even know. Because all you have to do, if you're going to print your stupid cell phone number on your Tree Man website and I call it, you better say, hey, this is Tree Man. Thanks for calling. What can I do for you? Don't answer it like I'm your bro who's just like, hey, man, you want to go get some chicks and boobs and stuff and some chicken wings? Like, you don't do that. You answer the phone like a professional. So I know that I got the right number. One thing before I go, hey, yeah, this is Steven Adams. I'm here to, get a tree man to come out and trim my trees and my bush, if you know what I mean. If you could just come out and take care of that for me, that'd be great. And then they go, I'm sorry, you got the wrong number. This isn't JR Tree Man. This is HR Puffin Stuff. And then I'll be like, well, that was stupid. I just wasted, half my life. Anyway. That's my...
True. Yeah, Sub and I are amused by your nomenclature of J.R. Tree Man's name.
What do you mean? What are you trying to say?
Especially because he's a junior. Junior J.R. Junior Tree Man.
No, it's Jonathan Russell Treeman Jr. J.R. Treeman Jr.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Steven is a fruit fly, has a lifespan of 30 minutes.
I have standards for life, and that's one of them. And I had to deal with public yesterday, and it was balls, and I never want to do it again. Quarantine can go forever.
Quarantine has made me hate people. So I already hated people.
Yeah.
I was one of those people that hated people, but if somebody talked to me, I got really excited. I didn't want to know them. I just enjoyed being friendly. I enjoyed spritzing myself all over people.
You're like a glitter bomb.
Yes. Nobody wants it. But then you're captivated momentarily and then the cleanup is just awful.
That's what you are. Nobody wants it, but everybody's kind of glad to see it until they spend too much time with it and they're like, F this thing.
And there's yes. That's so yeah, and I'm the more I see people, the more I'm done with people. And my dad, when I was growing up, when we answered the phone, it was, hello, field residence, Ashley speaking.
Oh, snap.
Every time.
Look at you. You were like a business even though you weren't. Well, your dad could take calls from other humans that needed eye help at the house, right? Like emergency. My eye fell out and I need someone to put it back in.
Yeah. For insurance reasons, he had to have his home. But it's like, if you have an emergency, you don't go see the optometrist. If you can't wait till the next day, you go well, I mean, let's be real. Every doctor in West Virginia can suck the biggest of stank anuses.
Yeah,
There's the show title.
all them anuses. You put them right up. You put them right in your mouth.
Nicole. Nicole, I also hate it when my orbitals fall
That
out.
happens a lot to pugs. The pug dog.
Oh my god, I hate pugs. I hate pugs. I have never seen a dog I want to kick in the face more than a pug.
But it's already been kicked in the face by God before it got here. Or no, it's been kicked in the face by Jurassic Park level genetic modification because it's just, it shouldn't exist. It can't breathe and its eyes fall out when it stresses. They can't.
You've been humped by like a breathing machine.
Landon was keeping this pug once at his house because he was part of that, like, it's Fido or something. It's you can tell someone like, hey, here, rent my dog or whatever. You keep the dog and then pay them money. And no, it's verse. They pay you money to keep their dog. Well, they had a client.
It was like fostering while they were, instead of kenneling them.
Yes. So you could give somebody your dog and they take care of it. And this dog, he would record it and it was just just the whole time. I'm like, what is wrong with that animal? He's like, I don't know. It does this when it gets excited. I'm like, it's gonna die. It's gonna die. It's gonna die.
The Bowers' pug that they called Pug, and she would hump everything.
They like to do some humping.
I hate that. Monkey Bananas, what's up? I want a drink, Steven.
Like maybe like a juice box, or
so with like a juice box, and you rip the top off, dump the juice box out because you shouldn't even give that to children. What? Okay, so my kid's about to start eating food. Like, they're like, you can start feeding your food to kids between 4 and 6 months because fucking science and babies and shit. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And I'm like, what do I feed him? Like, up until now, it's just been really easy because I'm like, here is the restaurant, feed at will. And also been found out, like, he's been drinking every 2 hours and everybody else's baby's been like, yeah, about every 4 hours. I'm like, what? Why? Like, anyway, whatever. So you're like, okay, well, I'll get baby food. But you look at baby food and it's bullshit. And then you look at people food and it's bullshit. And like, they just released all this stuff about like what you should give children and what you shouldn't give children. They're like, do not, under any circumstances ever, for any reason whatsoever, under any circumstances ever, give kids sugar. I'm like, well, for the first 2 years, because they're like, you'll get diabetes, fat baby. And I'm like, nobody needs fucking sugar. We don't need the 4 boxes of brownies. It's stupid. But like, we make money, and here's some sugar, and here's some bullshit, and also here's the good for you crap, and it's natural for your kid. And if you go slap natural on a food label, and it doesn't mean anything. Fuck you. Fuck the horse you rode in on. Fuck your company, and fuck your mom. You guys are assholes. You're riding on the backs of people dying of diabetes. Anyway.
No, you know what? You are preach, sister.
Whoa!
Let him have it. Look at all them swear bombs. Actually, he can't even keep up. He's trying so hard. Even the swear jar on the screen can't keep up with the amount of swears increasing on the actual chat. I think you broke my system. Who knows if it'll even update at this point? We'll never know. You're up to 16.
Was my
That was your fuss about the baby sugar. No one should have sugar.
Groove agrees with me.
That's because he's right. You're 100% right. I most of the time don't agree with you, but on the agreeing part on sugar being bullcrap, that's the truth. We only need a little bit of glucose for our brains to work, but all this other BS that they shove in everything from ketchup to carrots, like, nonsense. It's just an addictive substance to get you hooked on the thing. They've manipulated an entire society.
You should go work out more. Like, you're addicted to the sugar that you put in everything. You flaming assholes. Flaming assholes. May you rot in hell for eternity.
It's like the hot dog bun and hot dog conspiracy. Why is there 8 hot dog buns and 10 hot dogs? Well, because you got 2 hot dogs left at the end and you need to have 8 more buns and you need more hot dogs. And it's just like that. You need the sugar. Well, now you need to work out. Well, you got worked out. So now you need some more sugar because we put it in everything and there's no way to escape it. It sucks.
Can't even eat fruit right because we're like, hey, you know what? People will buy more bananas if they're twice as big and twice as sweet. It's like if a dude created a fruit because the guy was like, hey, if my wiener was twice as big and twice as sweet, I'd get some more action. And the banana was like, yes.
I mean, bananas are nature's penis, as we know. That's true. Look at somebody eat a banana and say you didn't think that looks like a wiener. You would be wrong.
Nature's penis.
We're
I
all-
think is it pollen nature's penis?
I mean, no, that's nature's sperm there.
Oh.
Yeah. No, there's nature's. I mean, the penis is nature's penis, if we're being honest. But if we're gonna get, like nature didn't need to invent nature's penis. It just invented it once and put it on everything. It was just like I invented one penis and I added it to everything that I could find, except for like the cell and its asexual reproduction, which sounds far less fun to me.
Spend like 4 hours one episode looking up a beaver wiener.
Did you do that?
What animal's wiener were we really confused by?
Duck wiener was
no
really
the duck. So the duck corkscrew wiener and corkscrew vagina thing.
That
like that's. But this was like maybe was it a beaver? Somebody look up beaver wiener.
I think it was a raccoon.
They sold them or something.
Raccoon wieners are sold like toothpicks, right? Don't you use them as toothpicks?
No.
They're one of the few animals that has an actual bone for a penis, like a boner in a beaver.
People use raccoon wieners to pick out food between their teeth.
Well, speaking of raccoon wieners, y'all, I got some big news. It has nothing to do with raccoon wieners, but I needed to move on. I got some big news, y'all. We done wrote a book. That's right. We wrote a new book. It's called Horizons, an Anthology of Epic Journeys. It is being published by Cursed Dragon Ship, our very own Kelly Lynn Colby and Zafo, their company, as they publish things. Zafo being the tech mastermind behind the things, but Kelly's the real talent. We all know that. Even he does. It's no secret. Kelly done found herself a bunch of authors, including the two knuckleheads you're looking at right here, to write some stories for a book. And that book, when it goes out, will be sold, and half the profits, half the proceeds, will go to Toys for Tots, our charity of choice that we support every Christmas time, and Thanksgiving, Christmas time with a charity stream. So we're excited to have another avenue to do that. We've got some good stories in there, y'all. Good stories. And I got a link in the show notes, and I got a link in the chat for the sneak peeks. You can see some of the authors, all the authors so far, that are going to be in the book with stories. And it's exciting. It's a big deal. We're pumped. If you have $3 on hand and you have a Kindle, $3 will buy you the book. Not only that, half of that $3 will go to Toys for Tots, and you can feel pretty darn good about yourself.
Pretty.
Yep. Once it's all paid for, all the profits go to charity. So that's it. We just got to pay for production. Half of everything goes to Toys for Tots until it's all paid for. Then everything else goes, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited about that. And the cover is gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
So pretty.
It's
Look
so
at
pretty.
all these talented mofo faces.
Yeah,
Man, some of these people have like legit pictures, and I'm just like, here's my Instagram filter in my car.
It's a good picture, though. I like to make sure eyes look all pretty.
That's because I have lots of makeup on, and makeup makes everything look pretty, because it's like, I'm going to enhance the shit out of that right there.
Yeah.
Well, enhanced.
My big dumb face, that was just the first day at work at my new job, and I took a picture of myself like, look at me, I'm at a new job. Oh, I'm a new person.
I did. Aww.
Stupid. Yeah. I think our
Sub, where's your picture?
He's the boat. Sub is being played by a boat.
Wait, I thought that was just on there.
No, that's the shot he sent in of a boat. My favorite part of his biography is Ben likes boats. And I was just like...
Ben likes boats.
Yeah, baby. Ben likes boats should be your YouTube name.
Some story was fun.
It was. Well,
I love when Sub asked me to look over and edit his stuff, because he argues with everything I write to him. He's like, no. And I'm like, why did you ask me to do this today?
Why are you? Well, you have to know that what the person that's editing your story, they're wrong most of the time. And you just have to tell them why they're wrong.
Unless it's Kelly.
Unless it's Kelly.
Kelly's right 98% of the time.
Well, Kelly's an actual
Ashley's
author.
wrong 98% of the time.
Kelly's an actual author. My favorite thing about Kelly reading it, I send it to you and you're like, don't do this. I send it to Kelly, and she's like, "Why did you do that? Flip, don't do what you did." I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?" "Oh, well, it's changed since I learned from another person. I told Ashley the thing and didn't come back and correct her. So now she's wrong, but she's not she wasn't wrong before, but now she's wrong because I know better." And I'm like,
I was like, Kelly, I thought it was. She's like, yeah, it was, but now it's not. And I'm like, what? Just why does it change? It's making a thing. But yeah, I guess stuff has changed so much. Even in the last like decade, like it's changed just because you don't do anything on a typewriter anymore, right? Like
Yeah.
everything's digital. So
Yeah, how you write has changed because the method of how we write has changed, which is fascinating. You'd think words are words, stories are stories. How you do that's the same, but like it's like don't use parentheses, semicolons, remarkably out of fashion. They're just stupid and no one uses them.
Parentheses are if you were like me and you read lots of Dragonlance, all it is parentheses. So that's how I think in my brain. Everything is parenthetical. And Kelly's like, honey, no.
You have to stop this. You have to stop
Steven's
this
like, I
practice.
have lost the thought that you started with 12 sentences ago because there's 20 parentheticals in this. And I'm like, I kept up.
Yeah.
Is this not how normal people? No. Oh, okay.
You do that to me because you'll be reading it. It's like, la la la, parenthetical. Okay, follow this train of thought. Okay, pick it back up. All right, I'm good. All right, now read the parenthetical. Oh, shoot. Okay, what were we saying? There's so many fun, but the problem with your parentheticals is that they're fun. They're usually to add like inside the character's brain flavor text, and I'm like, well, that was a really fun thought, but now I don't know what we're talking about anymore. I'm like, don't do this to ADD people. This is bad. This is bad. No, I love your stories.
Yeah.
Your new one, the sea foam, is quite good. Quite good, even though you're not proud of it. But all of you writer people suck, and none of you are proud of anything. I'm flipping proud of everything I do. I think it's the greatest thing ever written. Good Stew is maybe one of the best stories I've ever written in my entire life. And before that,
really like that.
You know what the best story was I wrote before that one? Night Shift in the horror anthology we did called Laundered last year. You can still buy that, and the money still goes to Toys for Tots. Look that one up. But before this one, that was the greatest story I've ever written. So
those like all really fun stories. Like this is such a good idea. Kelly and Zafo are fantastic.
Well, you know what I like about them? Let me just tell you what I like about those two people in particular. They do things and then finish them. Like I had some freaking
I know.
Amazing. They say a thing, they do it, and they finish it. Like what? I thought she's like, oh yeah, we'll do an anthology. I'm like, yeah, bet we will. Now we got two of them.
Kelly was like, so the block's up. Nudge. I'm like, my baby doesn't go to bed till 11. He wakes up at 5, and then he naps every 40 minutes. For 30 minutes.
I promise in a week and a half, you'll have a whole new set of problems. These will get better, and then you'll just trade them out. It just happened. The whole first year is just to test your mettle as a human being.
Nothing. Okay, so I've bought books. I'm like, because there's so much different information on the internet, right? Like, there's so like literally everything disagrees with the thing before it, where you actually sit there and read it. And I've thrown my phone in the last couple days because I'm like, the motherfucker, what? Why? This is so different from how? Who? Like, are you just writing so you can write so you can get clicks? Fudge you and your stupid page if that's the case, because people are just up and like. So I'm like, okay, I'll get a book, and the books are like, you should sleep with your baby in the bed until he's 40 and wed. And I'm like,
yeah. So here's the thing, and you're gonna get told this by everybody who's been a parent. There ain't a book in the world that can tell you how to do it. But as somebody who recently went through this 5 years ago, you grasp for literally anything you think can help you. You're like, something has to have the solution, because this is the way we work. We have a problem, we go look up the YouTube, and we find the solution. This is how it works. None of that. Kids are not.
TV's Travis.
Everyone writing a freaking book has written it because their kid did a thing that they thought was something that everyone else should know about. And they're all so full of crap. You know the best thing you can do with all the books you bought? Put them in a fireplace and start yourself a nice cozy fire. Put your feet up, listen to your baby cry in your arms because Lord help you, he won't sleep. And just go, F it. This is my life. And they're only there. They're there to stretch you. They're there to make you want to kill everyone around
Literally,
you.
if you're a girl.
They're yes, right, like literally. They're there to test everything, and every single person will tell you that you should not be held accountable for anything you say or do in the first year of your child's life. Anything. You can't hold me accountable for not attending a party, for yelling at someone. I think I might have F-bombed you at one point when Sam was born, like in text form because I was so mad. And you have to forgive me because that was like within the first 4 or 5 weeks of having a child. I'm like, I will kill everyone. I will literally go nuclear and bomb this entire place. But in a year from now, when you're having that first birthday party, you'll be like, this is all right. We okay. We made it. The first birthday party is not for your kid. It's to celebrate that he didn't die and you didn't either. And you're like,
hands.
yes, we made it. And dagnabbit, I'm gonna eat some cake, and if there's beer, I'm gonna drink it because we're at solid food stage, baby. Yes. And whoever thought that it's a great idea to nurse your kid till they're like 4 is a psycho, because no, you're like, get your mouth off my boob and eat those peas. That's
on the one hand, like, it goes with you. There's no mess. Like, it's great for getting them to shut up at night.
Sure.
But on the other hand, like, I can't go anywhere without him because, like,
yeah.
well, I'll give him a bottle and then he'll have reflux. And then, like, I gave him a bottle once and I didn't, whatever. It's just stupid. It's everything stupid. And he's screaming now. And I'm like, ugh.
They do that, and they will. And we're going to get you through this show, and then it'll be another thing. And I'm not trying to make light of it or laugh about it. It's just that I know where you're coming from, and I feel all the frustration.
Why? Okay, if you have twins, if I had twins, I'd be like, I'm fucking done. I'm done. I'm done. But I'm just like, okay, Sam's old enough that like they'll never really be brotherly because they're too, like, when they get like in their 20s, they'll be besties, right? Assuming they are like anyway compatible people at all. But like now they don't really want to hang out with each other because 5 years is a big difference. So I'm like, I need to have a sibling because the world's gonna effing end because nobody will wear a fucking mask.
So 8 and 3 isn't that big of a stretch. 9 and 4 isn't too bad, and 5 and 10 isn't get too bad. Where the stretch gets really messy is at 12 and 13. That's when Sam, God bless him, will find a new. He'll be looking for himself in something.
Look at them boobies, yeah, boobies.
Yeah, I was. Where boobs? Where'd these come from? Where have these been all my life? You know,
they just pop up like daisies.
They're just out there, and you're like, well, daggone, I didn't notice. I mean, let's who we kidding? I knew about him. I watched Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Shaped my entire life. Everything I was looking for. I'm like, which one of these people is a 48, 22, 36? You know.
Still remember when we figured out why Steven liked certain actresses and not certain actresses, because we were sitting there talking about it, and I'm like, all these women are flat-chested and Steven can't stay. Steven!
It's not.
He's like,
no, it just happens to be that way, but it's not.
It just happens.
That's not the reason. It just happens to seem like the reason because that's the thing. Shut up. It's not fair for you to profile me or whatever.
So, speaking of boobs.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, what are they?
So, okay, like when you're nursing, people are like, oh, your boobs get bigger. They don't necessarily get bigger. They just, it's like a balloon, right? Like the balloon is full of liquid or the balloon has been drained of liquid. So it's not like they don't get bigger, they just are firmer, I guess. So you have to have certain bras that kind of breathe with your tatas. And
Hmm.
so I ordered some nursing bras, right? I'm like, okay, I have 3 nursing bras. They have to be cotton because I'm apparently like allergic to polyester now. Like I've been getting rashes if I wear anything that's not cotton. By the way, sub, thank you for this
Yay,
100% cotton
cotton.
shirt. So I was like, well, I'll order 3 more because 3 bras isn't going to get me through like sweating my balls off and the baby spitting up on me and me not being able to do laundry every day. And you have to hang them up to dry because they've got like 5% of lab, whatever. So I ordered 3 more, except I ordered from a different company, right? And I put them on, and my boobs were shoved up under my throat. And so the band fit around. Like I have my chest is huge, like not my boobs, but like my chest. My ribs are huge. Like even when I'm 60 pounds lighter, I have a big freaking Amazon barrel chest, right? And I'm like, there is not a GD person on this planet that has a chest as big as I do and wears an A cup because dear Jesus, that would just be awful. And they're nursing bras. So it's like if you filled your balls up with I don't know, happiness chocolate syrup, and then you balanced a 5-pound weight on your nuts. It's uncomfortable. It shouldn't be done. And whoever suggested it is an asshole.
That's
Your
yeah.
face.
I'm just dumbfounded about the ball chocolate that you're talking about there. That's horrible. So also like if you're an A, so this is why women's clothes don't make any sense to me. So if you're an A and it expects you to also have what you might consider an A frame, like you're like a 0 to a 6 or
Yes,
4 or
you're
whatever. You're petite.
svelte.
You're petite. So if you're like
Yes.
a larger person in a sense, like you mentioned, like big boned or just built more Amazonly, and you
Yes.
have an A cup, then your bra is remarkably tight because they don't make them big round. They just make them small cups.
Right.
Oh, small cup, small petite body. They must be designed by
Yes.
men. That's the
It's
only
not
answer,
how.
is that men design bras.
It's so
There's
stupid, Stephen. It's so stupid. This was an extra large. So it was made by a Chinese company, and like, so most Chinese women are not massively barrel chested, right? Like, for the most part, there's a certain body type, and I am not it. I tower
yeah.
above them, and I'm much, much bigger. And it's so I'm like, okay. But I looked at the size chart and I'm like, okay, this and I'm like, it's not like I'm a quadruple D flopping around with giant boobles everywhere. I just don't want my breasts to be smashed like ball chocolate weights.
And that's a perfectly reasonable request. I'll write Victoria's Secret and tell them a what for. Actually, I
Going
don't.
under because nobody
Yeah.
gives a shit about bras anymore because we're all under quarantine.
Well, that and they just ship porn to people, like it just straight up pornography. Be like, Stephanie, we got more porn in the mail. There's just their poses are getting more graphic as it goes because nobody's buying their underwear.
That's what they're doing now. They're gonna slowly shift and like take over Hugh Hefner.
Well, I mean, he stopped showing nudies in the magazine, so maybe they won't. It's like, oh, well, Victoria's Secret's got an opening. Let's just take out the underwear part. We're almost there. You
I
know,
have a question.
you
Do
know.
you think that like is Penthouse still a thing?
I actually don't know. I don't know anything about the current male magazine landscape. I haven't been to an airport magazine shop in a while. Don't you love that
What?
they have those
What
at the
is
airport?
like? Don't you love it when you go to the airport? Wah wah wah.
Not anymore, I
So
guess.
that's what he said.
Okay, Groove says it's still a thing.
Air porn.
Yeah. Well,
Fly
airport.
the horny airways.
Well, you go in the little like Hudson News or whatever those little places are in the airport, and the top rack of the magazine shelf is like Playboys and Hustlers and Penthouses or wherever. Could you imagine being the guy that's like, yes, I need some good reading while I'm on the airplane, and you're sitting there next to some lady's 5-year-old pulling out the centerfold, going, "Well, just needed to have a look see." Like, what the devil?
Wait, who? So Ace said Penthouse moved to all digital in 2015.
Hey, look, go get ahead in the future there, baby. Hey, your
I'm gonna
news.
click on
Guess what?
penthouse.magazine.com on
In
Jacob's
2015,
computer.
there's naked people online. Amazing. There've been naked people online since 1989. You just didn't know how to do it.
Okay, I have another question since ADHD is the
Yeah,
theme
we
of
haven't
my
even got
brain
to a
tonight.
factoid yet. Half
Is
hour of power.
licking a lollipop still sexy, or is it like,
Depends on if you do
is it,
that sexually.
well, if in a sexy way? This looks
I
like
would
my
think
this,
so. But I mean, I've got old man brain, and I don't know how desensitized the kids are these days to graphic content. They might be like, "What are you doing? You're eating a sucker." Also, I learned that sucker is redneck for lollipop. I didn't know that. I thought everyone called them suckers. They don't. It's redneck for lollipop.
Night for Lollipop sounds like that should be a show title.
It maybe should. Someone put that in there. Redneck for lollipop.
Adam is like, yes, yes. Everybody's saying yes. Okay. So if
Yeah.
you're a dude that is attracted to women's, you think, okay, popsicles and
What if my buddy Patrick
lollies.
once ate a bomb pop, and as he was sucking on that bomb pop, all of us were like, "Patrick, it looked like you got a waiter in your mouth." And we had a real good time with that. That was real funny. That lasted a while because he could barely finish it because every time he put it in his mouth, he kept laughing about it.
I bet he enjoyed that so much.
Yeah, I think he did. Babies learn a lot of behaviors and sounds from watching the people around them. But scientists believe that all babies are born with the ability to smile, since even blind babies smile. Well, isn't that precious?
Aww.
Smile is a reflex action. It doesn't have anything to do with being able to see other people smile. That's wild. That's wild. What does that mean? What does that mean? It's the deeper meaning.
So, my kid doesn't smile. He goes.
He smiles so big. He's like, every time I walk in the door, he's like, ah. And I'm like,
it's not a smile. He'll smile in his sleep, but he won't smile. He just does that like mouth open thing, like.
It's the best. It's the best. He looks so happy. He looks so happy. Have you got people going, hey, why did your baby never cries? He's perfect. And you want to punch them in the face? Has anybody done that to you yet? I remember that happened to us.
Nobody's seen my effing child except you guys.
That's right. Buddies. We can't go anywhere. Thanks for the reminder, butthole. Yeah, quarantine sucks butts. Hey, but some positive news in quarantine. We don't get to go to the theater to see Bill and Ted 3, but they bumped it up to August 28th. It's now coming out a week ahead of time, and I'm unreasonably excited for it. And there's that. I feel like I've said that three times today.
Is it $30? Because Mulan came out on Disney Plus for $30.
Yeah, but the thing about that is you're buying it for $30. It's not like a rental for $30, which if you're going to go see it at the movie theater, you're going to spend at least $20 on tickets, minimum, and you got to get the large icy. Who are we kidding? It's me and you. You and I get big old ices.
The big old ices.
Big old ices. Or if you go worst case, you go to Alamo and you get a big kahuna burger. And you're like, or no, the Royale with cheese, and you spend a fortune because you're like, well, I already got the Royale with cheese. I spent $8. Why not get a $7 milkshake? Sounds great. Let's do it.
No, why doesn't every movie theater have a milk? I fucking want milkshake, Steven. I want more than anything on the planet right now. I want a milkshake in my hand.
You need to go to Cookout 3 minutes up the road from you and get yourself a $2.50 milkshake.
I want to touch Corona people.
You don't have to touch Corona. I have been to so many, well, not been to places, but I've driven through. I've had them delivered. I've enjoyed all the purchases, and it's been great. I get whatever I want. DoorDash, I'm propping them up, baby. Propping them up.
Did I die?
You blipped out for a second, but you came back.
Okay.
I just talked until
I got better.
You again. World news. Did I mention that this new little adapter I got for my whatchamagidget, my microphone is the best? I can hear myself again, you guys. It's glorious. It's glorious. I'm so happy.
I can't remember the last time I heard myself through my headphones.
You can't hear yourself?
Uh-uh.
You should be able to hear yourself through the mixer.
I hear myself like because I'm loud AF. Ow.
Oh, we should fix that because you can do that with your mixer. You should be able to hear yourself. We got
Oh, really?
Yes, yeah, of course. That's why mixers are
That's
so
why
great.
she's so loud.
Hey, I mean, it seems to work. It works. It works just fine. I can actually hear what I sound like on the recording again. It's awesome. People in the U.S. have reported receiving packages marked as jewelry that actually contain mysterious seeds from China. The China seeds are the problem. It's incredible how many China seeds we've been getting. It's just they're doing nothing good. Everything we do is incredible. These Chinese seeds are spreading. I mean, could be spreading coronavirus. Could be. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Could be spreading it. Anyway, stupid. Several.
That was pretty good.
It's a constant flurry of stupid. Several people across the U.S. have reported receiving unsolicited packages marked as jewelry that actually contain mysterious seeds from China. Virginia's Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services said on Friday that it was aware of reports of several residents receiving unsolicited packages containing seeds that appear to have originated from China. This article sucks. How many times are they going to say, seeds from China? Seeds from China. Seeds from China. Seeds from China.
Professor Copperfield's Miracle Legumes head gamer, yes!
Professor Copperfield's Miracle Legumes. If you dump them on the floor, they make a giant magic peach. You can sail it to New York City. The department said that while it had not identified the seeds, they may be invasive plant species. It asked recipients not to plant the seeds, but to contact the Office of Plant Industry Services. I didn't even know that was a thing. That's amazing. Kentucky's Commissioner of Agriculture, Ryan Quarles, said on Sunday that Kentucky was the fourth known state to report suspicious packages appearing to originate from China containing seeds. While it's unclear that what the seeds are, invasive species pose a large threat. A 2016 study published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences found that the invasive species represented a multi-billion-dollar threat for agriculture around the world. As we all know, kudzus everywhere, invasive species. In the South, we should be well aware that seeds that we aren't sure where they came from could be invasive because we've got.
We know where they came from, Steven.
China.
Yeah.
From China.
So I actually heard somebody say, and I thought this was really clever, that they're sending it here and then marking it as a sale, and then they're able to go make fake reviews for products.
Those buttholes.
Yeah, I was like, that's real clever.
What are they though? I mean, like, you shouldn't plant them. You shouldn't plant them. Someone with a safe way to plant them and figure out what they are will plant them. What if it's marijuana seeds and they're trying to get everybody in the U.S. high? What if that's what they are?
I just wish that. So I had a dream. I fell asleep with the Bibble like for his third nap today. And I dreamed that I was in this really weird like apartment complex and that people lived in my house with me, and that I got a phone call from Mark Bowers and he said that his friend got out of the bathtub and there was a biohazard symbol for water twice in a row, and then there's going to be floods that kill everybody. And I'm like, you know what? I kind of get why an all-knowing deity would just kill everybody. But like, you know what? This is a failed experiment.
We broke it.
We're broken. Done here.
I need to just wipe it clean. We'll try again. And then he's like, okay, we're trying again. And then the guy he got to reboot the whole thing's like, I think I'm going to get drunk. And then my two daughters are going to come sleep. And then, okay, we need a new plan. We need a new plan.
A new plan.
People are terrible.
There's so much just weird grossness. Everybody sucks. Everybody's stupid. Everybody sucks. But then they don't. But then they are. And then I think about all these weird scenarios that could happen. And I'm like, I'm going to just shoot everybody.
There are good people. We know them. They're all in the Legion of Dorks. Outside of that, I can't really validate it. But most of the people that I know close to me are pretty darn good, I would argue. Pretty darn good. And I'm happy to be in a group such as this one. twodorks.net/Discord. If you suck, you go away. I mean,
Can that please be our Discord monster? If you suck, go away.
You suck. Go away. Whenever you get kicked. We've never. I don't think we've never kicked. We have politely asked someone before that they needed to take some time to cool down, and then come back when they were ready. I think that's the most kicky thing we've ever really done. I was like, you get kind of hot. You need to go take a break, and then you can come back when you find yourself and don't take out all your frustration on everybody in this group. Then you can come back. And I think that's still open.
Suck a butt and have sex with a demon sperm.
Demon semen. That's that lady.
Demon semen.
She's coming back. Coming back again.
Hey, you got some of that demon semen?
Demon semen.
Okay, so the dumbest person I know is not horribly unintelligent, right? Like, Chris, I love you. I'm calling you out. You're the dumbest person I know.
Dumb and unintelligent are two different things, right?
Right. So I'm just like, when I read stuff and I'm like, I cannot fathom how you would buy some of the things that people say to the extent that people buy it and to the magnitude that people buy it. Like, someone explain this to me.
You can't accept that rain comes from evaporated water and understand, let's just do something as simpler as the water cycle. You can't, it's upsetting that someone can believe and see and understand and have fully comprehension of something is like that and then still go demon semen. That's the problem. Like, right? Like you talk to somebody and they'll be like, of course, space is millions of light years of stuff and planets and things go around in circles in space and there's atoms in between. All the atoms are everywhere and molecules and electrons. And they're like, but that Earth, man, that freaking Earth's flat. I know it for sure. No doubt. NASA's been screwing us. And you're like, you are just picking a thing to be stupid about and you know it. You know it. You know you're just going to be stupid. Yes.
Like, how did that many people? I don't. So cults, I kind of get, especially if they get people like hungry and like it's an emotional abuse thing. But just believing, like, I have a white jacket. You know what? Steven and I are gonna make a PSA with white jackets on that say, "Wear your motherfucking mask, you selfish a-holes." I'm trying not to get that swear jar up because there are bets. Failing.
Failing. You let him have it. I was gonna say, I had a thought. Oh, so here, you're right. Cults, they engage in a emotional, like you said, abusive relationship. I'm gonna pull people in. I'm gonna start gaslighting the bejesus out of them because I'm charismatic and I've got power. But like, then you look at somebody like freaking Picard. Jean-Luc Picard. They're like, how many lights are there, Picard? And he's like, there are 4 lights. And they're like, no, you're wrong. How many lights are there, Picard? There are 4 lights. You know what I mean? It's the 4 light. And he didn't break. F you. There are 4 lights. But I mean, there are times when they're like, there are 4 lights or 3 lights. And he's like, no, I can certainly see 4. And they punch him in the face. And they're like, how many lights are there? And he's like, 4 lights. They punch him in the face. And there's people that be like, fine, there's 3 lights. There's always been 3 lights. There's 3 lights. 3 lights! And then they're cracked and they lose it.
I love Big Brother.
Yeah. It just messes you up completely. You know, there are
Zapho!
4 lights.
Joining Zapho's cult. It's gonna be the wear your mask cult and social distance and drink beer and be happy cult.
See, but somebody will come in and be like, you're holding all these people against their will and making them drink beer and stuff. And then you'll like be forced to surrender. People can't just live happy in their weirdo cult. You know, like, their weirdo cult lives somewhere. Let's say they're not doing any sort of polygamy, like abusive stuff. They're just like, we're just a weirdo cult. We worship a giant log we stood up in the middle of a field. And they're like, well, are you eating each other? No. Are you marrying children? No, no, we're not doing that. Are you giving yourself as a sex slave to your charismatic leader? No. You're still wrong because you're freaking cult. We're coming there with guns and take your land. You know, they just don't like it. They just don't like cults. I'm not defending jacked up cults. I'm just saying it's hypothetical.
Habit. That sounds like it. I don't see, but cults don't like. There's not. I've never seen a cult that isn't doesn't go down the. I mean, we've got cults now. The cult of mass stupidity. Steven, I don't understand it. So this is the thing. The other day, we were going to mom and dad's, and we like everybody in our neighborhood has Black Lives Matter sign. Like, I feel like I miss the person handing them out door to door
And if you
because
don't
I'm the
have one,
only
you're
one
obviously
on the
anti.
street, yes, that doesn't have them. I'm like, I don't have the mental bandwidth to go online and find a fucking sign. Like, just stick it in my yard. I don't give a shit if you're going door to door, whatever, whatever. And then like, there's several people that have like a blue bunnies. It's like it's basically the cop version of Black Lives Matter. It's just support your local
Also,
cooperator.
blue lives, or the American flag with the blue stripe, which is inaccurate and not appropriate way to display an American flag, but they do it
That
anyway.
one.
Yeah.
What does that one say?
That I don't think that one says anything. It's just an American flag is black and white with a blue stripe, which again is anti-American flag, as far as I understand it.
So this is one that's like blue and then has like the stars on it, and it's a blue. I don't know. It's basically Blue Lives Matter. It's like the antithesis of the Black Lives Matter, right? And like people in our neighborhood have it side by side. I'm like, you know what? This is kind of cool because in this country, you can have these opinions. Like, you can support Black Lives Matter, and you can support Cop Lives Matter, whatever, right? Like, and you can put shit all over your yard until your heart's content, unless it's a fucking penis. You
Unless
can't
a
have a
giant
penis, but you
no.
can have signs, right? So great, that's so cool. But then I notice all the copy signs went rogue one day. I'm like, somebody's went through and taken all
They took 'em.
the cops are good signs. I wish I knew
Cops
the
are
theme
good.
of cops are good, right? And I'm like, that's kind of shitty, but like, I get it because if somebody had like a swastika living beside me, I'd probably fire, you know?
Oh, I'd not be
Where
okay
was I
with
going
that.
with any of this?
I don't know. Something about freedom
Yeah,
in
okay.
cults.
Woohoo! Live free and die
Something.
hard, bitches. Don't wear your mask. You get
I'm
corona and kill your whole family.
I'm anti-sign in general. Like, I just don't feel like I need to be Mr. Sign in front yard guy. Like, I don't put political candidate signs in my front yard. I don't put Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, Pastafarian. I don't put none of that in my front yard. I don't want to put a sign in my front yard unless it's a sign that says, I just got a killer deal on Windows and they told me I get 15% off for putting this stupid sign in my front yard for 30 days. That's fine by me. Like, Sam got a little sign for starting school, and I was like, I don't want that sign in my front yard. And Sam goes, oh, this is neat. Let's put it in the front yard. I'm like, Dad, fine, because you're 5 and you think it's awesome. We'll put it in the front yard.
Aww.
You know, and it's cute. But, like, I don't do signs. I don't think I need to tell everybody what I think or how I feel about everything and give my neighbors, like, my neighbors can like me for the reasons they like me, or not like me for the reasons they don't. But I'm not going to turn the tide on neighbors that like me by putting a sign up that could potentially bother those neighbors and them go, oh, I had no idea that he was a baby. It's like, well, what is our relationship broken now? Does all the time we talk fishing and guns not set up, not, is it irrelevant? Like, am I not your friend? Maybe to some people. That's how it works. That's not how it works to me. If we can get together and talk about video games, drink beer, then we got something, even if we got nothing else. And I treasure that in my relationships. Know what I mean?
Please. Dad, every time we'd get, okay, so you know, the only thing I associate any yard sign with is shooting, because Dad and I would always go take all of them and take them to the gun range and we would shoot them.
That's why you had
Like,
all those like weird campaign signs and stuff in your garage.
They're targets. You set them out in the backyard for the air rifles and the, you know, but like, you just take them out on a gun range and they're excellent.
That's amazing. I have to keep that in
Yeah.
mind. Small town news.
This is my story.
It is.
I don't have the documents up.
I forgot this was a show we did, and I didn't bring up my notes. Sorry, fellas.
Are they? Maybe they're here
Pause.
somewhere. No, there they are. They're hidden. I hid them. Oh shit!
Good
Crap!
work.
No, fart poof. Okay,
Did you find him?
I did. Oh my god!
This is great.
Stop moving around. Okay,
I'll send you the
ready?
document.
No, we got it. Okay, blood-soaked Florida man clings to truck for 9 miles, bashes windshield in.
In crazy video. This
In a
article
dramatic
came from
video
Fox
posted to social media, dying every fire that the good Lord can throw your way via Armageddon, a bloodied man is seen clinging to the hood of a semi-truck as it barrels down a Florida highway. Steven,
What? Maybe
I
it's
think
an action movie.
I know that's what I'm wondering. Like, are they filming like Live Free or Die Hard 2?
Fire sale.
That's 2020 is that movie. The bizarre incident started shortly after 1 p.m. when the Florida Highway Patrol got a call about disoriented white male abandoning his vehicle on an exit ramp near Boynton Beach. Boynton?
Boinkin. Nah, Boinkin's good. You can call it that. That's fine.
Boynton Beach. I mean, all beaches are Boynton Beach. The man then jumped the concrete divider between the turnpike southbound and northbound sides, caused traffic to slow. Edward Hughes, a truck driver, said he saw the man frantically waving for him to stop. Hughes did, concerned that the man was covered in blood, but he instead jumped on the hood of the semi-tractor trailer, never heard it called that, that's funny, and started bashing the windshield with a metal object. Effing zombies. My ass would have double tapped that shit.
Bath salts.
Right? What is Florida? In a panic, Hughes said he hit the gas trying to shake the man off. The man remained latched to the hood for almost 9 miles. Police were able to pull the truck over and take the man into custody. He was taken to hospital for evaluation. No reason has yet been given. He's an effing zombie. He's a zombie. Yeah. Someone follow this shit up. This was Saturday. This was a full week ago. Where's the follow-up?
Because no one follows up anymore. Florida's so completely insane that there's probably been another story since this one where they were like, F that truck driver story. It doesn't even hold a candle to this man lights rocket up his butt story. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh, Steven, the video. Oh my God, it's full on. There's an effing zombie. It's a zombie. It's a zombie. It's a zombie. I'm pretty sure that was just a movie, though.
But who's okay? So, all right, hold on. Let me get y'all are gonna look at this. Is gonna look stupid for a second. Let's see. So the truck. Oh my word. Oh my word. Look at. Is that man naked? What's going? No, he's just.
It's like he's got some Wheeler yellow like zoot suit on or something.
No, what was it? What was going on? Where's the? Did they follow him? Yeah, there he is.
Oh yeah, he's following him. What?
Is he in his underwear?
Oh my God, he's yelling. He's yelling.
That's amazing. He's on the front of a Mack truck. What?
Dang!
Like, that's horrifying. Like, but what was that truck driver going to do if he fell off? He was going to run him over.
Just stop at that point. Okay, 9 miles is stupid. Like, you scared the guy.
Oh, yeah, then they got
stupid.
Traffic jam. They pulled the guy off. They got him. They got the situation under control. No problem, everybody. That's insane.
Stupid.
It's insane.
Like, don't drive for 9 unless it's an actual zombie. Don't drive for 9 miles with a guy on the front. Like, what is he gonna do?
Well, I mean, if he got off and like attacked the guy or whatever, like the only way to stay safe is just keep moving. I don't know that I would have done anything different. I mean, he probably didn't know how far he was going. He's just like, when is this guy gonna not be crazy? Maybe another mile will wear him out and he'll get off. Maybe he was
miles like 25 miles. I don't know.
Maybe he was
is 8 3/4 miles too long. Yeah, TV's Travis. I agree with you, man.
Maybe he was trying to reenact the Indiana Jones truck drag scene. You know,
it's like a sumo diaper on a normal size man. He was dressed very Florida clubby.
He really was. He looked like a Florida club threw up on the front of a Mack truck. News bear left untold. Man proposes to girlfriend with hundreds of candles, burns down their home. That was not expected.
Dumbass.
A man's romantic gesture went up in flames, quite literally, when he inadvertently burned down the apartment he shared with his girlfriend while setting up for a proposal. The British man was planning to propose to his girlfriend. To do so, he lit hundreds of tea lights in their apartment. Tea lights are those really tiny, like, circular candles. They're
They
like,
burn for like a fart second.
yeah, they don't burn very like a centimeter like tall. They're pointless.
Yes.
Filled hundreds of tea lights in their apartment, filled it with balloons, and poured out wine in glasses. Things, however, did not go exactly to plan. As he went to pick his partner up from the right around the corner, the candles he had lit contributed to a fire that burned down their apartment. It turns out that while he left the candles and tea lights unattended, they set his apartment on fire. Dude, you learned this in kindergarten. Do not keep open flame in your house in a dangerous spot. Like, the only safe place for a candle really is like the kitchen counter where there's no any paper things around it, but just like
Leave
a
it
hard surface.
unattended. Like, you don't leave a candle burn.
Well, yeah,
you don't leave
go home.
free flame in your house.
You don't leave, go to the mall, and be like, well, I'll come back and the fire will make the house smell nice. No, it'll burn the house down. You learn it when you're a kid, like a tiny
Go
kid.
to the mall.
Oh, by the way, so okay, I'm gonna read this. Don't let me forget. Just say children fire, and I'll remember what I was gonna tell you. Maybe. The fire department shared photos of the scene on Facebook, writing, "Look closely at these photos and you'll see a lot of burnout tea lights, hundreds of them. On the bright side, nobody was injured in the apartment fire, and the girlfriend did say yes. Children fire." Okay, so the thing about the masks, right? There was this lady on the internet who said, anytime my kid sees a person without a mask, I give her 50 cents. If she just says quite loudly, "Mommy, why is that person not wearing a mask? Don't they know they need to keep everyone safe?" And she gives the kid 50 cents. And I found out that seatbelts have been trying to get introduced into cars since 1920. People are trying to get Americans to wear seatbelts. Americans said, no, seatbelts are an infringement on my civil liberties. Not only that, the auto manufacturers argued against it because they said, well, it's going to drive costs up if we have to install seatbelts. Finally, like in the 60s, it came around like you've got to have at least a lap belt. To which people would begin to argue that you are safer without a seatbelt because you will be thrown free of the accident instead of being caught in the car stuck and burning alive. They said it was safer to get thrown clear than to be strapped in your car unable to escape. That was a problem, right? Even up to the early 90s, there are states that didn't have seatbelt laws. I think there's still one state that doesn't have seatbelt laws. New Hampshire. New Hampshire, the live free or die state, says, I don't need a seatbelt. F you, I'm New Hampshire, I do what I want. Which I think live free or die is a pretty metal statement for a state, and I'm like all about it. But let's not live free or die because we want to be stupid. Let's live free and let's live a lot more than we die. That's usually the general way you want to go. But anyway, the whole thing about people starting wearing seatbelts, why it's such a reflex action for us, children are the reason people wear seatbelts, because when your 5-year-old fusses at you for not wearing a seatbelt, what do? You finally go, fine, I'll wear the seatbelt. I'll be a good example, because you know it's the right thing to do. You just also want to be stubborn and talk about your freedoms, so you don't do it. So your kid goes, why don't you do it? And you're like, because I don't need to. And it's like, but you need to be safe and you're my mommy. Okay, fine. Put my seatbelt on. Put my seatbelt on. Put my seatbelt. It took like 50 years for people to finally put on a daggone seatbelt. And we're trying to get people to wear a mask in less than 1 year. And we should not be shocked at the silliness that we see in the arguments, because people never changed and we will never change. And we will always argue anytime someone tells us what to do. Anyway, that's my story.
Actually, because growing up, I never wore a seatbelt. I remember, like, when I would drive around with you guys in Florida, like, you guys are always like, you have to wear a seatbelt. I'm like, I don't want to wear a seatbelt. Ashley, I will get in trouble if you're not wearing a seatbelt. I'm like, I'm in the back of the car. I don't have to wear a seatbelt. I don't know if you guys were lying to me or not, but you said in Florida I had to wear a seatbelt even if I was in the back of the car. Do you remember that?
That's probably a lie. I think it was a lie.
Okay.
I think most states you don't have to wear a seatbelt in the back of the car if you're over 18, which is stupid. It's still a dumb thing. But yeah, the laws did contribute a little bit, but most states wouldn't give you tickets for seatbelts alone. You had to be pulled over for another violation first. That's the thing, and it still exists in most, is that there are some click it or ticket states that's like, hey, click it or ticket. And that got people to do it, but it was mostly shame from the children that did it. So if we can shame people into wearing a mask, could help a little bit. But by then, it'll be 50 years from now, and everybody's going to be either dead or dying. So I don't know what to do.
That's so I don't even feel like Okay, so a seatbelt, like I could see the argument that look, I don't want to do this. If I want to die, I want to die. But you not wearing a seatbelt, I mean, unless you careen out of your vehicle into oncoming traffic and cause another wreck, isn't going to hurt somebody else, right? But you not wearing a mask will literally spread a virus that is killing over 1,000 people a day. You piece of shit.
Well, okay, so you're right. This is a little apples to oranges, but I would argue that not wearing your seatbelt and having your bloody body splattered all over the side of the road by the family that accidentally made a mistake and hit you, or you hit them, and you have traumatized that family of 3-year-olds for their entire lives because they saw a person splattered all over the highway. They might be physically okay because they were wearing seatbelts. They're not mentally okay. They'll never be mentally okay. And I would argue that you are the cause of that, and you have made a mistake, and you did hurt people by not following the rules. So there. That's my statement. If you're splattered all over the highway, I'm gonna have some PTSD. That's all I'm saying. WTF section. WTF.
I really love the chat so much.
They're
I was in
great.
such a bad mood. Failed building demolition creates the Leaning Tower of Dallas. Oh, we have friends that live in Texas, and because it's so small, I'm sure they can see this from their window.
Living in Texas, driving them Lexuses.
White people rich. The building was supposed to come down, but a failed demolition left it with its distinctive lilt and the
Tilt.
nickname the Leaning Tower of Dallas. Oh, we're so clever, us peoples.
Ain't nobody else got a name like that, do they? No, sir. We done did research. Nobody has it. Okay. Good.
Hey, I bet they answer the phone. Hello? The implosion by Lloyd D. Nabber's Demolition, who answers their phone, hello, was part of the Central, a 27-acre, $2.5 billion development project that will bring an office building, a hotel, eateries, and other bullshit that nobody needs to be fucking using right now to an area just north of downtown Dallas.
That's pretty good. I like that you read it exactly as written here. That was the best part.
But nearly 300 pounds of dynamite wasn't enough to topple the old building and the developmental site, says Steve Pettigrew. Local.
Mr. Pettigrew lives for a day.
Oh, see, I was thinking Harry Potter.
Oh, yeah.
Peter Pettigrew.
I was thinking about Miss Pettigrew lives for a day. I don't know why I watched that movie. I think I watched that movie with your mom. It's a good one. It's fine. Amy Adams and Frances McDormand. Anyway, back to the story.
So, my internet said, F you, you've cursed too much.
It did, but then that's why I kept talking about Miss Pettigrew, and I didn't want to, but it did. And now you're froze again. But you'll come back in just a second. But anyway, yeah, it came out back in, 2012 maybe. It's a good show. Good movie. I'm just going to pause it until oh, there she is. Okay. Nope, she's still gone. I'm going to pause it till she comes back because I can't keep talking about this anymore. We'll just wait until our internet clears up. I don't know what's going on. That's so weird. You can't reset the count. I control the swear jar. She's gone. It's so chunky. Kelly, is Miss Pettigrew Lives for a Day is a movie. Came out a long time ago about this. She's like a maid. Frances McDormand plays a maid who goes to help this really rich lady. It has a very mid-Atlantic Broadway show kind of feel. But it's good stuff. I don't know why. Should you hang up and call me back? You want to try that? Wanna call me back? Because she can clearly text, so her internet can't be gone. Let's try this again. Oh, it didn't. Okay. Let's see. Join video call. I can't see you. No. It's just a spinning thing. Let's see. Let's get her back. But how? Disconnect. Let's try this. Call.
just now.
Whoop. Whoop. Whoop.
Did he cry the whole
I
time?
see you. I see you.
Hello?
Okay, you're back. You're back. We got it.
I never lost the chat.
Yeah, it's weird. We just lost the video. But you're back. Everybody's back. We're good. So we can do the show now.
Okay.
What's he fiddling with? You don't have to fiddle anymore. We're good.
Did they update Discord?
Yes, today.
Yes, today.
That's why.
Why?
We didn't lose internet at all.
Oh, it's Discord, not me.
Yeah, your internet was working. I think something else just happened. I think they turned back on that. You remember that feature we had where your microphone would be muted, kind of, and then you'd have to talk louder and it would come back? That auto gain BS?
Yeah.
I think that's back on, too, because you've been blipping out a little bit. It hasn't been too bad, but it's a little bit. But you don't have to mess with that now unless you want to fix it later. But
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how to do the thing.
Okay.
We'll do it later.
We'll do it later. But now, and we're back. And we're back on the audio. Nothing happened. If you want to see what happened, you'd have to call the video. And you're not going to do that because your YouTube is blocked at work. Anyway.
Was it automatically determine input sensitivity?
Yes. That one.
Okay, it is now off.
Okay. I think that's all we need to do. And then it'll be ta-da.
Jerks.
Yeah. Did they turn it back on? Was it really turned back on?
It was on. Yeah, you're a genius.
Those butt monkeys. You know I'm a genius. Did it turn back on for me? It did. No, it didn't. It's still off. We're fine. Anyway, back to the show. Technology.
I can't curse the rest of the show. Okay.
I don't know where we left off.
Nearly 300 pounds of dynamite wasn't enough to topple the old building on the development site, said Stephen Pettigrew, president of Pettigrew Inc.
Oh, that made me think of Miss Pettigrew lives for... No, we already did that part. We already did that bit. We lost her again. Are you kidding me? We lost her again. Hold on, she'll come back. I believe in it. We got to the exact same spot, and she went away. That's not fair. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. We can switch to a different region. Let's see. Pettigrew. Pettigrew is the bad word.
Which is, okay, what happened? Now you're back.
Let's switch regions. Go from, like, what are you on right now? US East? Let's switch to a different region. And just see if that cleans it up. US Central. Let's switch over here. And see if it starts routing us better.
Steven
I did it.
Wants to
I
switch
took care
regions.
of it. We should be on Central now.
You took care of it. You did it.
Yeah, I did it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're on Central now. We're going to try that. And
we're on Central now. Okay. We're good.
Yep.
We're good.
What does he want to switch?
No, we're good. He did it. He did the thing.
We're good.
He did
if one person does it, it does it for everybody. We learned that with Lando.
It does it for the whole call.
Yeah. We learned that with Lando last week.
Oh, okay. Hi, Plush!
Plush size ninja. Okay, so that broke again, but now we've... Okay, Pettigrew. I tested it. You say it too. You say Pettigrew.
Pettigrew!
It broke it! Holy balls! Holy balls. It's Pettigrew. It's Pettigrew that does it. It breaks it. You can't say that word. You can't say that word.
Douche Nugget blamed the timing, saying the bill...
Okay, no, maybe it's just... it's ready to crush us. Maybe we should restart Discord. Maybe that's what we should do. This is great audio. Sorry, podcast listeners. Yeah, that's stupid. At least Kelly's getting a kick out of it. That's important to me. Do you want to restart your Discord? Because you guys aren't losing me, right? I'm still here. I can't tell. I'm guessing I'm still here. 500 bits if you stay under 50 swears. She can't swear 3 times.
Oh, no. Okay.
What did it?
No more.
Do you want to restart the Discord? Do you want to turn it off and back on again? Well, that's probably what they're doing. 1,000 bits if you get to 50. Oh, snap. Thanks, guys. Thanks for letting me know. I'm in the wrong square. It's like Mario Brothers 2, where you can go through the wall and pop out the other side. I'm having more fun than I should. Hello, this is IT. Have you turned it off and on again? Now I have 47 swears. Impossible. Hey, y'all, you should get excited for Labor Day weekend. Do you want to know why? Since we're not doing a show right now, Horseshoes and Hand Grenades is going to be doing a virtual Dragon Con. That's right. We're going to be live Saturday. Oh my goodness, 333 cheers. You are amazing. You are amazing. Thank you for that. You're the best. I love you. This is fun no matter how many swears. It's amazing. I love looking at that. But yeah, so we got set up for Horseshoes and Hand Grenades live at Dragon Con on Saturday, the Saturday of the Dragon Con weekend at 9 p.m. I'm pretty pumped about it. It's like a regular show, but a Dragon Con show. So that's exciting. And I'm leading a panel this year. That's also really exciting. It's a show. It's a rig show, a rig panel about rigging. It's going to be awesome. And there's going to be some great quality guests. Ashley's back. I like when you come back.
Flash.
What happened?
Why?
Did it work that time?
No, you like it when I come back. What?
No, it's always funny because you come back successfully. It still looks like Jacob's thinking really hard about whatever he's doing. And I'm like, but it works. Don't touch. What are you touching? I don't know what you're touching. Don't say the magic word. I was telling everybody about Dragon Con weekend. Okay.
Oh.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, do I need to
to
pause?
finish reading it because my notes disappeared?
Oh, butts. Okay. Yeah, so anyway, Pettigrew said the building's all sideways. The skirt doesn't come off the core, he said. What was left is 35 feet shorter and listing at 15 degrees. The remaining structure, which Lloyd Neighbors, cousin of Jim Neighbors, who we all know and love as Gomer Pyle, said it's safely contained within the job site and be demolished later with a crane and a wrecking ball. I can't believe the skirt done come off. He didn't say that. He said the skirt came off the core. But he's in Texas, and he's like a dude who's doing demolition, so you know what he said. Well, we was out there working, and then the skirt done come off the core, and then now it's don't turn as just cattywampus. Whole build's cattywampus.
Cattywampus is such a good word.
It's my favorite word. I remember my dad used it for the first time. I was like, did you make that up? And then a guy I knew who was a pilot, he said, no, it means off kilter. It's a real life word. That's a unique hairstyle you've chosen. Looks like you got bangs.
Did you know I used to fake bangs? Like when I would have a day where I wanted bangs, I would take a headband and I would do. You know this because you've known me forever. But I'd
You
be
do
like,
the
"Ha-ha, I have
weirdest-
bangs.
You do the weirdest stuff with your hair. You cut it yourself. You've dyed it every color under the rainbow. And then you're like, I wanted bangs, so I just took half my hair from the back of my head, put it on the front of my head. When a dude does it, it's called like a comb over and go bald gracefully. Ace Tigress with 1,000 bits. Oh my gosh. Thank you.
Oh no, does that mean I have
So
to curse
much.
3 more times?
Now you owe her 3 more swears. Pick some good ones because it's worth it. It's worth it. They pay good money to watch you swear. Dance, monkey, dance.
Motherfucker.
that
Okay,
counts
was
for 2.
1.
That counts for 2. F-bombs are 2.
Oh, F-bomb count.
Yeah, and then you're gone. So you can imagine she's swearing
No,
multiple times.
you will.
It's barely hanging on. You could hear her scream from the distance. It doesn't make any sense. We were doing so good until we weren't doing good anymore. Discord sucks butts sometimes, you guys. Sucks butts. We're gonna hold up for a second. Then and then we'll get this back. I want to end the show. It's 10 after 10. It's night time. Steve, it's night time. They really did confirm John Wick 5? Can you watch John Wick after watching Keanu be Ted? Can you do that? You're back. You're back. Okay, you're back.
See, now I lost the chat too. Maybe it is the internet.
I don't know, but we should book it through this as quickly as possible.
Okay.
How about that? You ready?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, mailbag, everybody. That's it. That's right. It's the end of the show because, woo boy, it's been a long one anyway. It's time to hang this up. So you guys have been awesome. You can write to us at hnhshow@gmail.com. You can give us your money at patreon.com/2dorks. Monthly gifts of $1 are greatly appreciated. My word, you can join the ranks of Oddly Normal One and Adam of Geekheim and Og and my parents and Ashley's parents and Hammer Dwarf, and you'll feel great about yourself because that's what you're doing, because you're entertained for like 5 minutes. But my word, if you're tipping, tips are awesome too. Tips with the bits, bit tips, a little bit of tips, if you know what I mean. We can love that
Bitty
all day.
titties.
Bitty tips, we got that. Who else bidded? Plush size ninja done bidded. Everybody's bitten. How many bits was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 500. 500 bits. It's raining bits, y'all. It's the greatest day I've ever seen.
It doesn't.
It does.
I did curse. So is the show technically over? Because I did add the extra curse for Ace.
The show isn't over until we stop the audio recording, and that's 50 curse words here. That's
yeah.
50. I think that counts. All right, y'all. It's been a wonderful night. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day, week. Stay quarantined, stay safe, wear your mask. And we're going to leave you these words of wisdom from Mother Teresa, who once said, "We shall never know all the good that a simple smile can do." True words, Mother Teresa, true words. We'll see you next time on Horseshoes and Hand Grenades.